The game Team Fortress 2 is currently unplayable, and it has been in this state almost for 5 years at this point. The chances of you joining a match that has bots in it or players that aren't even real people and they're just scripts running on a computer are more likely than you joining a game that has no bots in it. So meaning, if you click that play game button that you see at the top of your screen when you load up the game, you have a better chance of joining a game that is full of people that aren't even real than actually joining a match that has real people in it. Quick side note here. So the background footage you're seeing is actually a recording of me trying to get into a match that does not have any bots in it. It actually only took me 4, which is a surprisingly low amount because the average is usually much higher than that. But the reason I'm stopping here is just to say that background music is not mine. It was not an editor's choice. Those are the bots. These bots will blast music over their microphones non-stop if they are in the match. The only way you can stop that particular part of it is muting them. But let's be real, the more annoying part is the fact that they can insta-headshot you the moment a pixel of your head is on their screen. And these bots that you will join the game with, and you will see them, they usually pick sniper, and these snipers have the ability to instantly headshot anyone that is in their line of sight. Meaning that if you're across the entire map and you just so happen to be in line of sight of one of these computer scripts that is somehow playing TF2, you're dead. You get instantly headshot and you can't do anything about it. Another thing about these bots is that they work together, meaning that if you are in a match with bots and they see that you are a real player, they're going to try to kick you. And your only chance of not being kicked is if other real players are in there and they actually notice that you're being kicked by these bots. So it's not really a good thing to have to deal with when you're just hitting the play game button. But the problem here is that Valve will still put out updates that release loot boxes and skins. I know the last time they did this was around Christmas 2023, but like I said, this problem's been going on for 5 years. So that means that Valve is still working on the game when it comes to making money and pure profit, but they will not work on the game when it comes to making it playable and bot-free. This is unacceptable. Which also fails to mention that Valve has been continuing to make a profit off this game without the new skins and without new loot boxes being released, because there's still skins and loot boxes that have been around for years that they're still making a profit off of, while the game is still unplayable. To make a long story short, you will have an incredibly hard time finding a TF2 match that has absolutely no bots in it, and the entire time you're queuing and re-queuing for a game, hoping for a match with no bots in it, just like people and I have been doing for the last 5 years, Valve is still making profit off of the game. So, we are currently in a position where Valve either needs to tell us, hey, we don't care about this game anymore and we are just letting it run to make us money, or we need Valve to actually fix the game, because currently they are telling us one thing and giving us another thing. We are hearing, hey, we hear you, we are working on these problems. Years pass and these problems are still here, and Valve is still making money. So, hashtag FixTF2, check in the description, there's a petition you can sign that is actually going to be hand-delivered to Valve's office. Yeah, this is pretty much the last chance we got, so there you go. The rest of the footage you see here is the rest of me queuing up for matches and trying to find ones without bots. Like I said, it only took me 4 matches, which is a lower amount of time to usually find a match with no bots in it. But I still think this showcases the problem pretty well. If you are a new player and you just open the game and you click the Find Game button, you're not going to like this game. You're going to join a match and there's going to be sniper bots in it, and it's just going to ruin the fun entirely. Check the description. Once again, you will see that petition that you can sign that is going to be hand-delivered to Valve's office in physical form. So I advise that if you care about this game, please sign that petition. It perhaps will get the game to be in a playable state again. And if you do not care about this game, I still advise you to sign this petition, because this is something that can happen to any game, and this particular petition and this particular movement, Fix TF2, is going to be noticed by other game developers, and we need to set an example out of Valve, because quite frankly, they are using very scummy and very selfish business tactics in order to make a profit off of people playing a game and purchasing items in a game that really isn't even in a playable state at the moment.